Bad boys, bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Oh, wait. This is the wrong song. Welcome back, Top 5 Gamers. An army comprised of nothing but 155% real gamers. Today, we're going to be busting down some doors and accidentally walking in on some things we shouldn't have and busting down some myths. No, Tatiana is nowhere to be seen on the premise, but nonetheless, Season 10 myths, we're coming for you. Me and the the Top 5 Gamers. Never mind. Hey, did you use code T5G when purchasing the last cosmetic you bought? Because if you didn't, I might need to see your real gamer license, because I don't think Mrs. Puff would give one to you if you didn't use code T5G. Number 10, Fortnite Mythbusters. Can a junk rift destroy buildings in Tilted Town? So the Visitor is making some serious changes to the Battle Royale island right now. And give me a few guesses as to where you think, or what areas you think might be affected as well. The first edition was Tilted Town with its Back to the Future cowboy theme. And I've got to admit, it's been a slice of heaven being able to rely more heavily on the natural structures around you, especially without worry of them getting shot out and refurbished into their personal mansion within 10 seconds. You can try all you like, but not one wall or barrel will be broken as long as it's covered by this energy. So what about the new junk rifts? If they can smash the tallest 1x1 all the way down to the ground level and smash a brute squad in one go, it's kind of understandable that they might be a cause for concern in Tilted Town. But as you can see in this scientifically accurate and government-funded experiment, the junk rifts will rain down almighty junk, but it won't pierce any Tilted Town structure. So this myth's a bust. But what if you sat next to a Tilted Town barrel or something slightly taller than you? Then try. Would the barrel save you? Maybe we need to make this myth busting a thing. Let us know any of your own myths you'd like us to bust or prove in the comments. Number 9, can a brute ride on a drift board? So brutes have created quite a stir in Fortnite in more ways than I think any other item or vehicle has. Even the Infinity Blade had its issues, but Epic Games quickly got on that. Now, the brute does have an incredible emoting feature, which is one of the few things I think people would miss about them, but because it does have basic character actions like that, what if it would be possible to use this humanoid vehicle to drive another vehicle, like some sort of vehicleception? Yeah. That's it. Well, it's kind of obvious you're not going to be able to just walk up in your brute to another vehicle and press whatever action you use to get in, although it would be funny to see a brute squished into the driver's seat of a golf buggy. However, technically, this myth might actually be reality. In a workaround kind of way, if you've got teammates, you can walk or jump onto their drift board with your brute, and then they can drive you around. So for solo mode, it's busted. But for duos and above, the myth gets approval based on a technicality and a bit of teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work. Teamwork does make the dream work, doesn't it? Pretty sure of it. Number 8, can you leave the island and head into another? Yes! Roll the Dr. Lupo clip.
I don't. Wait. I think I'm off the map. Wait. Wait, why is there... What is this? What the heck? Wait! What?
Why does it say second? I just won.
What? I flew from the main map to another island.
We've been fighting it out on the same island for a couple of years now, and I'm pretty sure there's been plenty of players who look out at the faraway islands and have wondered, can I land on them? Well, unfortunately you can't, but as you can see with Dr. Lupo, the game isn't exactly in a good place right now, and if there was a Fortnite god, I think this is what it looks like when they try to get something out they don't want in the game. This brute glitches out so much that it actually sends Dr. Lupo flying far enough that when he spawns back in, that he's within range of one of the creative islands, completely invisible from a distance until he got close enough, and suddenly, bam! Then there's a whole island right in front of you. I'm fairly sure 99% of us Fortnite players had assumed traveling to another island was impossible, but like the pioneer he is, Dr. Lupo manages to discover new land, although it's not exactly like it'll be useful for anything. Needless to say, though, the myth is still possible. Number 7, what happens when you throw a boombox in Tilted Town's no-build zone? I think everyone is on the hunt to figure out different ways to break the unbreakable in Tilted Town. We wouldn't be true Mythbusters if we didn't try as many ways as possible, and the boombox is definitely an obvious choice. Not in the game now, but this item would destroy any structure within its audio blast radius, slowly damaging the structures with each blast. So dropping it in Tilted Town, you might hope that there's one little item they accidentally missed breaks. Unfortunately, it seems they foolproof the area. Not a single barrel, wall, or piece of furniture is broken. Looks like the boombox at Tilted Town is a complete bust. It does make you wonder, though, if there is one item they didn't foolproof. Maybe someone should cover the entire location of boomboxes and find out. Yeah, that's it. Just a thought, though. So what if you had a whole bunch of traps? Could you trap him? Especially if he's sitting in the top part. Well, the simple answer is yes. Myth approved. When the spikes go off, they will go straight on through the brute and not only damage you, but also the vehicle. The only problem is that's a lot easier said than done. You've got to hope they don't move away before the traps go off or get destroyed. But if you do find a brute that gets up close and personal, I would 100% slam as many traps down as possible. You never know when one or two will catch them off guard and clutch it up. Number 5, can a brute use a launch pad? So with most games, you don't expect vehicles to be able to react with much of anything except for the players and being able to crash and destroy stuff. But this is Fortnite, and we've got freeze pads, jump pads, and even launch pads. We've seen vehicles on bounce pads plenty of times, but launch pads are normally meant for people. So what happens if we send RoboCop onto one? Well, cast your votes right now in the next 15 seconds to find out. Will it A, do absolutely nothing, B, bounce into the air, or C, bounce into the air and give the brute a tiny glider, or D, kill Fred? Wait, what? I would give you a timer to comment your answers, but I'm fairly sure nobody can be bothered with that, so without further ado, B. B was the answer. I thought nothing would happen. You don't redeploy either, but it does give brutes a cool little bunny hop, which I'm sure will come in handy once every now and again, for those that still use them anyway. Number 4, can you rocket ride with a brute or mech? It's rocket riding, probably one of Fortnite's first major combination moves that not only the community enjoyed, but the developers too. It was discovered thanks to our first Halloween event and the giant pumpkin launchers that came with. I'm so glad there was at least one person out there that thought, I wonder if I can stand on that pumpkin as it flies. They were the idiot genius we are forever grateful to. The only question we have for it in Season 10 is, can you rocket ride a mech too? So given that the brute is incredibly large, you would think that it would be easier to get on the rocket. But by the sounds of it, rocket riding a brute is a lot trickier than normal. Yeah, sure, it is possible, myth approved, but it might take so long to do, it's not worth attempting in the heat of the moment. If you want to, I'd definitely recommend a bit of practice first. Then you might actually be able to drop nukes on people. Imagine just you and your squad walking around, not a sound of movement. Suddenly, you got King Kong landing on you from what seems like space. This is not what we call a fun time. Number 3, what happens when a supply drop lands on the orb in Loot Lake from the event? So the Mecha vs. Monster fight was an insane experience when you think about how much of the map was changed live, but when you start treading into new territory like you'd expect to find a lot of glitches, a lot of missed scenarios they didn't account for, well, from what we've seen since, it turns out they did a freaking bolt-tight job on the event. But what about Loot Lake? The energy ball was ripped out of leaving the entrance open. Now, you couldn't get in, but what about Team Rumble at the time? With its mass amount of supply drops, perhaps one of them might fall through? Well, Nexif played match after match after match to thoroughly test it out, and there is the 0.001% chance he was just really unlucky. But in every game, the supply drops would spawn all around the entrance to the vault, but not above. Epic Games really did think of everything when it came to the event. I'm wondering how they're going to top it next time. Number 2, what happens if you stay on the van after someone wins? The high stakes event brought us the getaway game mode and will always be one of my personal favorites. I used to build up on top of the balloon and wait for someone to deliver the jewel to me, shoot their build as they're coming up and take it for the win. Pretty simple. Now you can't really get away with so much, but I did always wonder if I never noticed someone building up or managed to outbuild my shooting, what would happen if they won with me on top of the balloon? Well, it goes exactly how you'd want it to go. No one notices, but the balloon will raise up into the air with you still on top. Confetti and lights going off all around. It's really shaky on the balloon from your perspective, but all in all, it's quite a nice view. It may not be an official victory royale, but you kind of got one. You just hitchhiked your way there. Yeah, we'll go with that. Number 1, can you rocket ride the Brute's missiles in Fortnite Battle Royale? We're finishing off the myth-busting list with a rocket riding entry, but if you like these types of videos, then make sure to let us know in the comments with your own myths so we know to do more. Now, we've seen the ability to do the rocket riding trick with almost anything. RPGs, grenades, launchers, normal grenades, and even stink bombs. So it makes a lot of sense that you'd be able to ride the rockets fired from the Brute, right? If anything out of the above mentioned items is going to have rocket riding capabilities, it's obviously going to be another rocket. Wrong. Wrong answer. Seems like as much as we can hope, it just isn't possible. The community have been trying, and everyone who attempts this quest gives up, says it just can't be done, but with myths like these, sometimes it's impossible to disprove. It's only busted until someone finally figures out how, where we have an inside mole at Epic Games who literally tells us it can't be done. And that's an offer to any devs watching, by the way. We'll pay you in V-Bucks, but only if you use code T5G in the item shop when using those V-Bucks. Also, hey, click this video right here. You gotta check this video out. If you don't check out this video right now, then I won't be able to afford Life Alert. With that being said, have you not clicked the video? Just click the video. Just right there. Click the video.